Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be scrapbooking really the last fun thing that I did before COVID 2020 hit. I San Diego for a conference, and a friend of mine, little shout out to Stephanie, uh, after the conference did a little sightseeing, again right before COVID happened in February of 2020. And we went to a place in La Jolla, California called the Cave Store. And there are some details here about it, but you can also click the link that's at the top of the video. And I'm going to be putting that page together today. I do want to point some things out. These are two sides of the same brochure that I picked up at the Cave Store, but I accidentally left them in California. So my friend Stephanie mailed them to me, and when I was cutting open the envelope, you can see I cut the edges. So that's kind of a bummer, but I decided to put it on here anyway because I wanted to show the history of the cave and the cove. And it's pretty cool here that their brochure has this picture from inside the cave out onto the ocean. And if you look over here, my picture is very similar to that, and it's kind of looking like the um, silhouette of a man with a beard and some hair sticking up there in the back. I have done several parts of this spread already. I created this title page using my Cricut machine. I designed this particular cut myself on Design Studio, and this is one of the ones that I purchased and put together. Kind of small, and I had to use tweezers to put it together, but I love the way that this looks. And then this part here too, I've already put all of that together. You can see here I cut one of the photos down so that it would all fit together, but the Cave Store with the entrance to the cave wanted to show the location of where we were. So I'm going to put this page together, and then we'll work on putting these other ones together. So like I usually do, I try and lay everything out so I can see where I want to put it, and then we'll do the adhesive. All right. Yeah, I would suggest this is a cool place to visit if you're in La Jolla at the beach by the cove. I will say this, you can see from these two pictures here, it is pretty steep and it's a lot of stairs. So it's not expensive to go down there, but it is difficult. I'm 6'4", and there were places when I had to duck pretty far. You can see there's a low ceiling sign there, but it was really cool to get all the way down at the bottom. Apparently it had been used for smuggling at some point, but it's kind of a cool little thing. There are lots of things to do in La Jolla. I've been snorkeling there, I've been kayaking there, and we'll put this page together now. I've done quite a few things in that area. I will say that parking's a little hard to find unless you're going first thing in the morning, but it is a beautiful location. In fact, from this photo here, which I took at the top of the cliffs, we went down into the cave and then we climbed back up and onto here that looks like there's a kayak group going on there. My son and I went kayaking at this location a couple of years ago on a mini vacation back to San Diego. We used to live in San Diego, and there were 18-foot swells that day, which are huge. So the waves were just going up and down these caves, so we weren't able to go into the caves at that point in time. But I got very seasick, and I've got a blog on my website about that story. If you look up La Jolla kayaking, you can read that. Again, just a little bit of adhesive on each corner. Get that squared up. This is a piece of photograph that I cut, and I'm just using that to do my pressing down. That way I'm not getting fingerprints on it. Alright, so this is the border for this spread, for these photographs. Cut those, keep this, I can use it in some other project at some point. And there we go. I'm going to put this seagull. Oh, seagull can go two ways. It's a double-sided piece. I think I'm going to have him flying towards the middle of the spread. That way it draws the eye into the spread instead of to the edge of the spread. So there we go. And there we go. Nice and square. And so now I'll place some tab on this. And we'll put that down right in the middle. Again, using the photograph, the old photograph, and there we go. Our trip to the cave store. Have a great day. Take care.